Hello and welcome to Geekatplay Studio Tutorials. In these tutorials, I want to look how we can create interesting formation of the rocks and how we can kind of shaking around and baking. So it will be shake and bake kind of tutorials. And let's create our rock. One, to have a complex rock, you want to create a very interesting, unique look formation. So let's do this way. We'll just create one very simple formation right now. And again, if you spend time, you can create as complex as you want it. So you notice I have some spheres and I'm placing them around in different shapes around. So again, you can do as formation you like it. Okay, so we'll set right here. Let me adjust. Okay, a couple of things. Again, I'm trying to create right now just a simple formation, but you can have it as a complex you want it. Next, what we want to do is select all of them and create as a metablob. Right now, when you create metablob on my screen right here, you may see some artifacts. It's due to the capturing software. But overall, here's we have shapes of our metablob. A couple things we can apply to displacement materials and other thing to this, but I found it creates some artifacts and it doesn't look very good. So what are we going to do right now? We're going to bake that object we just created. So what it does, when we create it, bake mesh to the polygons, it will create this object based on all these combining metablobs. So we're creating very unique type shape as a one single object. Right here, bake quality, we can specify how many polygons we wanted. You can go all the way very high polygons, but it will take some memory on from your computer. So I recommend don't use a default, but just slightly maybe increasing about 1,000. So that will do. Let's click OK. And right at this point, okay, let's go render to screen so we can preview. You can see we have a general shape that just created from our metablobs. And this is as a single object with those mesh baked in with all polygons. So this will be our rough general formation for our rock we want to do. The next what I want to use, it is a material displacement to add more details to our rock. So let's load it, just simple color map. Okay, next we'll go to the bump map, right click and go to edit function. Okay, inside the edit function, let me move a little bit, right here on a bump, we'll create two nodes. One will be noise node, and that will represent rough kind of displacement, the big kind of meta displacement, and we'll create second one which will create smaller type displacements and noise. So combining two of them will have an additional shape and additional noise. And I want to actually change from simple to the terrain fractal. The reason is why terrain fractal will provide us very interesting bumps located on the how high or lower will be elevation. Okay, and the couple things I want to modify. I want pop-up distortion and bump. Okay, next I want to increase roughness and gain just slightly. As well, maybe set this one to the 20. So we have a very nice shape. Let's go on our bump material and add a blend node. Now we connect one blend node to our noise and we'll connect another one to our fractal. Okay, also here we can slightly modify if you wanted to just make slightly bigger. Okay, next things what I want to do, if you remember in terrain, smooth on low elevation and rough areas on a high elevation. So what I want to do, I want to inverse them. Let's create a filter and we'll change filter to opposite. So it's another case, it will inverse for us. Done right here. Let's move just maybe slightly a bit towards bigger. And right here, when we have it coloring, let's delete our constant node and reconnect to noise node. So the color distribution will be based on the biggest areas. Okay, let's click OK. Okay, next, let's enable displacement mapping. Okay, so we have it right here, enable. Couple things, if you want it, you can increase slightly smoothness. So we'll have it better if we have it angular. And as well, if you want it, you can increase or decrease the depth. Okay, and this will affect quite a bit how much we will have it on our rocks, how much those displacement will apply. So right here you can see already with a very simple and very fast setup, we have it realistically looking rocks with very nice general shape that we created and bake it with the polygons in our shape with the metablob, and we a little bit shaking with all other fractal and terrain functions we apply to additional displacement to create these small details and coloring on our rock. Okay, so this is kind of fast tutorials, but it's showing you how you can create a very unique rock formation or terrain formation based on a polygon baking to your Boolean some operations. Thank you for watching this tutorial from Geekatplay Studio. Please remember to visit us on our site is www.geekatplay.com.